Two. Hey everybody, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Lonie.
And this is aWHOLEmom. aWHOLEmom is dedicated to those of us who deal with the everyday struggles of adulting in addition to being a whole mom. So, we missed y'all last week.
Yes.
But life happens.
We've been chilling and hibernating a little bit.
Slightly.
And also celebrating my friend's birthday.
Oh yeah, that was fun times.
I got to see her smile, you guys, and just like really enjoy herself. And that just did it for me.
Thanks, friend. It's nice to fully relax, especially as a whole mom and like a person who is constantly serving other people in my work. So that was positive.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to kick these kids away from my door.
We got a little noise in the background.
Right.
It's okay. We're going to keep rolling with it.
Yeah, let's go.
Because I have a couple things for you, friend.
Yes.
And I just want to see her reaction.
My friend trying to surprise me
And
with
maybe
some
we'll
stuff.
only do one.
Okay.
But this one had me thinking.
Okay.
And I know
give it to
you're going to have a whole...
Oh, Lord.
something.
Oh, Lord. Am I going to feel away?
Probably.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay, let's see.
All right. So I saw this. This was on HBCU Confessions.
Okay.
Someone said...
Those always be the crazy.
This was on September 11th,
Okay.
2020. Women always say, my father spoiled me. And as men, we automatically have to step our game up. But when our mothers spoil us and we require the same energy, it's, I'm not your mama.
I mean, okay. I'm not your mama. Numero uno, I'm not your mom. But also, I don't necessarily subscribe to all of the things that people be, I guess for some people, they feel like their relationship with their parent of the opposite sex generally is what teaches them how to... Oh my God, these kids are so loud. Children, get away from the door.
We're definitely putting this on the outtakes.
We can keep it in the episode. Get away, you're too loud. Go away, this is not a negotiation.
I'm scared now.
She was trying to tell me that she's not laughing. Okay, anyway, I might keep that in.
It's definitely going in the outtake.
So, yeah, I don't... Did they not get away?
Doesn't sound like it.
Y'all. Okay, anyway. So, I don't necessarily generally subscribe to that, but whatever. I feel like there is a double standard when it comes to caring for someone, but also I think in today's day and age, women are tired of taking care of men. I think that's what it is. So I feel like this generation of men now feels like, dang, you ain't even trying to take care of me, because things have come to a head. Because for decades and centuries we've been taking care of them. And so now it's just like, no. Like, I've taken care of so many men in my 34 years of life that I do feel like the next man that comes along needs to be willing to take care of me.
I just feel like it should be reciprocal.
It should be reciprocal, too.
And also, in what ways are we taking care of each other?
Right.
You know?
And I think that's the thing, because a lot of times when men are like, I have been spoiled... Like, the way that, as a mother, I spoil my kids...
It's going to be different than how your significant other...
Right. It's me, like, being on top of things for them, reminding them of things. And that's, like, a very maternal thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like honestly, I feel like most of the time when women say that they've been spoiled by their father, it's either, like, them showing affection toward them a lot, like giving them flowers, things like that, or just buying them things.
Chivalry type things.
Yeah. And so I think you just gotta it's whatever works for you in your relationship. I feel like
that's Go ahead.
We have these arguments about like women do this and men do this when we really just need to open up the lines of communication and talk about what we
works
want.
For us.
Right. What I need as an individual is this. Mm-hmm. Can you provide that? Mm-hmm. Can we come to, some sort of compromise about how we can provide these things for each other, and then move from there, rather than being like, oh, men don't do this for me, or women don't do that for me.
Right.
We just sit up here arguing and spinning our wheels over dumb stuff. Yeah.
Too much. And I think, so this is also something, I know we discussed dating last month, but we just had some things we want to talk about today. So I was listening to something the other day on Instagram, and it was just talking about like how the dating industry, like we have all these books, we have these tell-alls, we have podcasts, we have everything like telling us what we need to do to get a man. What do you need to do to keep a man or a woman or whatever? This is what men are looking for. This is what women are looking for.
Right.
Talk to your person.
Yes. Like none of us of course there are stereotypes. There are these belief systems but all this shit is socially constructed. Like a lot of the things that we feel like we need as women or we feel like we need as men is just socially constructed. Exactly. Like really get down to the person that you actually are and think about what your true needs are. Exactly. And communicate that shit.
Yes. Just say it.
Yes. Okay? Use your mouth.
But it's really, like you said, it is socially constructed. Like we think we want these things because we see maybe some famous person.
Right.
Or, like it's glorified on TV or on social media.
Exactly.
But like some people are perfectly fine without all of the extra stuff for social media. They're perfectly fine. They're perfectly happy, living their best lives.
Like, I think we think too much about providing for people in ways that we see are glamorized.
Yes.
And we're not listening to the actual person. That's why when we talked about love languages, I was like, you gonna be mad if you go buy me a Birkin. Because I'm not going to be here for it. Like, so you really have to learn about yourself first.
Yes.
So that you can communicate that, right, to your partner.
Right.
And then you have to be willing to learn about your partner as well.
Right.
So that
there's giving and receiving.
Yeah.
There's all of that.
Like we all want things from our person. And we all want to be able to provide things for our person. So, but we have to be honest about how we communicate about those things.
Right.
Because you can't just be, oh, well, she don't want to do da-da-da for me because she said she ain't my mama. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that people be so pressed about the whole, like, well, my dad did this for me, and so if he's not willing to do that, then I'm not going to be with him. Like, okay, girl, that's fine. That's your preference. But maybe you need to figure out why that's your preference. Preferences also. Not to go down a rabbit hole.
It's okay.
But I was thinking about that earlier today, and maybe we could talk about it a little bit more later. But I feel like with any preference that you have, you need to figure out what the root of that preference is.
Yeah.
So, because I hate when people are like, well, I just prefer this type of person or that type. That's fine.
There's so much self-discovery that needs to be done.
It's the why.
Yeah.
It's not the preference that's necessarily the problem. It's why you have the preference. What is the root of the preference? So that's just...
Yeah, I'll give an example of that. And so, I'm not going to say who it was. But this young person said to me one time, like, oh, like, I want to date a Hispanic person. This was a young black man. And I was like, okay, well, why? Why a Hispanic, Latina? Why this type of person specifically? I'm thinking, he's going to come with some off the wall thing. And he said, well, I like how they're family oriented and they spend time together. And I was perfectly fine with that. Now, had he said, "Oh, because they look like this and they do
exotic
that,"
and blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Oh, I want me a foreign.
Tired. Yeah.
Then I would have been annoyed. And probably would have went off a little
slightly.
A little bit. But yeah, like, why? I was thinking about that earlier. There's so much that we need to investigate to figure out the why.
That's so important.
What is the reason?
Right.
And so, all right, my friend sent me a video the other day. And so it was this girl, like, explaining, like, these men, like, oh, I've been trying to holler at you. Like, why you not trying to holler back? Because I'm not your type. Why are you here, sir? So I've definitely, like, had to ask people, like, do you like black girls because it's a fetish? Or, why do you like me? What do you want?
Right. Because that is weird when it's clear that someone has a certain type or they're attracted to whatever. And it's clear and they're constantly posting it and constantly talking about it. Yes. And you do not fit that type. And then they're all of a sudden interested in you. Why
are you looking at me? That was like the guy that I told you about that would always post about interracial dating. He was black. I'm black. Or like gym stuff, working out, and I was not into that at the time. So I'm just like, we're not about to get together and you be disappointed.
Facts. You're not about to have me feeling no type of way about myself. And don't. And don't do it.
I'm not the one for you, boo.
Yeah, let's just be honest about that right now. So we don't have to waste nobody's time. I feel that.
But how much of the social construct has told these people that this is what's desirable?
A lot.
I want this foreign. Whether it be a car, whether it be a person, whether it be a damn vacation.
Honey. Like, the key is communication. Communicate with people at the end of the day. Yeah. Because I want my kids to be able to grow up and be like, I was treated this way in my household, and this is how I expect to be treated in my relationship, right?
I have a great example.
Go.
Will you finish your statement?
Yeah, that's fine.
So, this happened a few days ago, actually. And so I felt really great about that. So my son he makes a statement. He says, well, I talk to mom about serious stuff because she understands. Like, she listens to me. And I just felt like that was a pivotal moment.
That's beautiful.
It was great. I felt so many different emotions. Like, I felt proud. I felt loved. I felt respected. And it was just great. But to know that I'm doing something right. For this child to feel like I can go to my mom for these things. That it may not be so easily accepted by other people. And so my hope is that he will be able to go out into the world and give that to other people. And like you said, demand it.
Yes, exactly.
Demand it. Because I want him to be assertive. I want him to advocate for himself.
Right.
Don't take nobody's shit.
Yes.
Okay?
And I feel like that goes back to the whole post that he made. Like, I hope that you are not looking for a significant other that is going to parent you.
Yes. Talk about it.
But
that's not what we're here for.
Right. But that person may be able to offer some of those same core values or like feelings that you got from your upbringing.
Right.
And I think that's really, at the end of the day, like the whole, like, I'm not your mama piece. Because, like, I'm not here to parent you. And that's annoying, especially when you already have kids. Right. Or you have kids with this person, but now you feel like they're your, second, third, fourth kid.
Right.
In addition to the kids that you already have.
Right.
Nobody wants to do that.
And I think people are looking at it differently. So when I think about it, also, like, thinking about, like, my dad did this for me, my dad did that. I feel like you said, that's more of like the romantic type stuff, like making her feel like she's beautiful, or like she's loved. So I'm going to do all of these gestures.
Right. And also all of this just goes back to stereotypical freaking parenting roles and blah-de-da-de-da. Like, let's just break it all down and throw it in the trash. Let's just be people. Let's communicate as people and love each other as people and parent as people. We don't have to conform to these gender norms or whatever.
Yes.
It's frustrating.
And it's I feel like it has taken all of these years, 30-something years, to get to a place where I'm personally like, bump what everybody else is saying. Like, this is what I want to create. This is the type of life I want to live. This is the type of partner I want to have. Like, this is what I need.
Right.
And this is what I expect.
The thing that really did that for me, it might have been a couple of years ago now, maybe 2 or 3. But freaking Red Table Talk. When Will and Jada were on there, and a lot of people like laughed in my face when like all the cheating stuff came out or whatever. I guess not cheating, but when they was having their issues in the August.
But that's what they get for putting people up on a pedestal. You weren't necessarily admiring the people, the human beings.
And that was my thing, is that I wasn't like, oh, Will and Jada are relationship goals. It was that the way that they had decided to define things for themselves. Yes. And the way, for everything, their marriage, the way that they parented their kids, like they were like, this is what works for us, and this is how we want to do it. And I was like,
someone laughed, and like we had a full on argument about Will and Jada one time. Like, oh, they have an open marriage, yada yada yada. If that open marriage works for them, then okay.
If they're happy,
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Right. I just want to do what makes me happy.
Absolutely.
With whoever is a part of that.
Right.
Like, it doesn't, that's it.
And if I want to share some things, that's going on in that relationship, then okay. If I don't, then mind your business.
Thanks. Period. Yeah. Can
we just live?
Just live. That's all.
Without feeling like we have to justify things or, explain to people that are not even important to the relationship with this other person.
Girl. And sometimes, so I be looking at my sorors that are in college, and I just be like, wow, they're so free.
Yes.
And I love that, and it makes me look at my kids and be like, I want them to be free.
This is what I'm raising.
Yeah, like I want them to just be able to feel like they can express themselves. Yes. I want them to feel like they can live their own truth.
Because look how long it took us.
It took so long of like subscribing to what the world wanted me to be. And still like every day, actively deciding to live for myself.
Exactly.
Versus whatever
what
the
society
hell.
Says.
Yeah, or like how I've been conditioned to think I'm supposed to live.
The condition? I've been really like picking things apart. I mean, for years, but sometimes I just sit around and I'm just like maybe I'm vibing to some music or cooking, whatever's therapeutic for me. And my mind will just, when I tell you it'll go,
honey,
it will go.
It's driving in the car for me. I don't have no music on. I just be talking.
Somebody
could be have a whole conversation
with
not with somebody talking to you.
It might. It has happened.
Mid-conversation. I'm out.
It has happened.
Thank you for being here. And now
I'm not really active listening at this point.
And still be like, That's my favorite.
Yeah. But sometimes when I zone out when we're talking, I'll be like, wait, repeat that.
Yes. I'll be like, just be. She didn't hear anything I said.
But I'll tell you which part. Go back to this part because I didn't hear all of that. And my bad. Like, my brain.
We all do it. But that's true. Like, we have to. I literally am actively thinking about, okay, this is what I feel I am supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
What do I actually want to do?
Girl.
And what is healthy for me to do also? Like,
how do we find that middle?
Finding the balance is hard work.
Because I feel like a lot of times it's either or. Like, I'm just going to do what I want to do. I know what I need to do or should do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah. Okay.
Lord.
So I have another one.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
So,
y'all, also today, we ain't talking about nothing in particular. We all over the place.
And this one is going to flow right into
This is
everything
a stream
that
of consciousness
we're
type
talking
episode.
about. So they posted this on the Shade Room. And so it's
Lord.
a text message.
I didn't see this.
Okay.
Was that the one you thought I might have saw?
I thought you could have seen either one.
Okay.
So the person, and I guess this is the man. And so his message says, "Do my part, ? The F,
Oh, God. ?
And so I'm assuming that this is a woman. Replies, yes. I guess. I don't know. Y'all figure it out. Yes, if I'm paying the bills and the mortgage and being the provider and protector that you want me to be, then little things like me needing new socks and long johns should be handled by you. That's part of you keeping the home." Okay, so that was the man part. Do my part, the fuck.
That was the woman that said that. So he didn't tell her to do her part, and she said, "Do my part."
Buy me some drawers. Okay? And so she says, "What I look like. Part of you being a provider is also providing for yourself. You a whole grown man." He responds, "You missing the point. We'll talk when I get home."
Oh, so they together already? Are they married? This is a mess.
He said, he said, "Yes, if I'm paying the bills and the mortgage and being the provider and protector that you want me to be, then little things like me needing new socks and long johns should be handled by you. That's part of you upkeeping the home." Why they didn't just discuss this?
So she basically didn't restock his drawers. Then he felt away. Because he was like,
I want to see what the conversation was before this.
Right.
Also, I'm guessing he must have told her that this man probably tired.
He probably said something about you not doing your part.
Yeah, he tired.
I keep having chills.
Said,
if y'all see me
"Do
shivering.
my part, TF."
The what? I feel that.
Do my part? Like, what do you mean?
The what?
I don't know though.
I'm
gonna buy him some underwear and socks and stuff. That's nothing.
Yeah, they're arguing about stupid stuff. This argument. Well,
But that's just me, because when I go in the store, like,
facts. I don't want to minimize nobody's situation.
You need whatever. Like, I'm getting it. Like, when you restock for yourself or for the kids, I don't know. I might be selfish. I don't know. But when I restock for my kids, like, I'm thinking about the family in general. If I'm shopping for my own, that might just be a me day.
Period.
And the rest of the family is going to be on this other separate day.
That was a lot. It really sounds like they should have communicated what they needed the jobs to be prior to.
Right.
Because, I mean, it sounds like this person that is the provider feels away.
You know what? He probably been holding in a lot of stuff, and he just let it rip.
And it was the drawers that really set it off. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. She
has pissed him off about something. There's definitely more to this story. He's been holding it in, and he don't want to do all this stuff by himself no more. Sounds like.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's sick of it.
Her response
ungrateful.
Was just a lot. Like,
what I look like. Now this was an insult. You a whole grown man. She could have left that part out. That was very, like, mean. And
people that's the communicate beforehand so you don't get in a stupid situation where you insulting the person that you love.
Right. That really makes me cringe.
Yeah.
When I see or hear people do that, like when you're supposed to be in a relationship with someone, like belittling them, like making fun of them, like in front of other people, because I'll go off.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. No.
That's not.
That's a fight. Not like a physical fight, but that's we gonna have to talk this out.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's time to leave.
Right now.
Yeah, she did the utmost. That was extra. And I'm assuming it's a woman.
Yeah.
But that just seemed unnecessary. The whole argument is unnecessary. One, he's obviously mad about something else. However, once again, communication could have solved everything.
Communicating a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I would like to be a stay-at-home mom, or I would like you to be a stay-at-home mom, and these are the expectations. This is what I expect.
Why can we not
communicate about our needs?
Communicate.
This is what I think. I think people often feel like, I don't want to seem like I'm doing too much.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be telling somebody what to do. I also have seen something that's like, let people do what they want to do so you can see what they really want to do. That is dumb.
I have done that.
I just feel like, no, that's too much. Because if you tell me,
over here going crazy.
yeah, you mad and I don't even know that this is a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you tell me straight up, I don't like when you mock me, because I am a mocker. If somebody tell me that and I make an active decision to not mock them, then that shouldn't feel fake. Like, I feel like people,
if the conversation is had.
yeah, but I feel like that's what people are basically saying when they say that. Let people do what they gonna do.
Oh,
like,
that?
I just feel like with anything, they feel like, well, if a person is fucked up, then they're just gonna be fucked up. So don't communicate your needs to them. Just let them be fucked up.
Right. So what happens when you communicate your needs?
Now, if your needs are ignored after they've been communicated, that's different.
That's very different.
You should leave. That's when it's over.
Oh, you're gonna continue to mock the thing that I said I did not like.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. No, that's bad.
Leave before I get physical.
My friend is not advocating for domestic violence.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
But yes.
I just find that a lot of adults have no emotional regulation.
They really don't, and
and then they looking at these kids like, why y'all going off? Because this is what we see.
This is why I put so much energy into my parenting style.
Yes.
And addressing kids' emotions, giving them the words instead of telling them to shut up. You don't want to hear no more crying. Giving them the words so that they can properly express whatever the feeling is that they have, or giving them the space to cry sometimes.
The space to have their little tantrum.
Yeah. And then talk about it later and give them the words. Well, I noticed that you did this. Were you angry? Were you upset? Were your feelings hurt?
What was it?
Yeah.
Name that feeling.
Girl. Because the kids, oh my God,
So
all the kids in this house the last few weeks, everyone is mean to them. And I have said, okay, I understand that something happened that you didn't like, but let's talk about specifically what was done or said that you did not like. Instead of saying such and such is mean, what was the thing that upset you and how did it make you feel? Something so simple. And there are grown-ups who are unable to articulate those same things. We need to be able to articulate our needs, people. Especially if we're out here trying to connect with other grown-ups, because that is ridiculous.
It's a process.
It is. It's hard.
It's constant and it's ongoing. Definitely.
It
because
is.
we are trying to rid ourselves of all those things that we have been conditioned.
Yes. Because I've also certainly had some people that I was involved with who could not handle the fact that I like to talk about my emotions, or that I like to vocalize how I'm feeling. Like, they just couldn't handle the constant me communicating with them about how I'm feeling or how their actions affected me.
Because in that, you're doing too much.
Yeah, but
it's not that deep. Don't say that.
And don't belittle other people's feelings. Like, just listen. And it's not an attack on you, because 99.9% of the time, people's feelings have everything to do with them
Yes.
and very little to do with you.
Yes.
This might be something that you do to everyone else, a certain way that you talk to people, or the way that you turn your head to the side, or whatever. But if it bothers me, right, and I feel like it's affecting our relationship, I have a right to be honest about my feelings and be honest with you and give you the opportunity.
Right.
Right. It's creating an opportunity for you.
Right, because it doesn't mean that the other person had ill intent.
Exactly.
You have to learn to figure out, like, what's your shit, excuse me, but whatever, and what's theirs. And so you say, I felt whatever emotion when you said or when you did.
Oh, child.
I need yada, yada, yada. Okay? So using those I feel statements. But also, like, if that's your partner has to be able to validate those feelings and explain. You know
what it really is?
What I meant.
People scared to catch feelings.
They are.
And they scared to look like they catching feelings. Right. You don't want to be vulnerable with people. You don't want to communicate your needs because you don't want to look like, oh, I'm so into you that now I have expectations of you. I have expectations of everybody in my life. Romantically or not. Like, whatever our relationship is, any part of my life that you are in, I have expectations. I have had expectations of my buddies. And I have communicated those.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we need to be clear about what this is, what I need, what you need, so we can determine whether or not this is going to work the way that we want it to.
Let's pause for a second. Not really pause and just roll into it, because I just recently rewatched 50 Shades of Grey. So do we not all need to be a little bit more like Christian Grey with these contracts and explanations? When I rewatched it, I really appreciated the level of communication that there was.
The level of honesty about his needs.
That was amazing. You see when you evolve and you rewatch movies and you get something totally different from it.
Totally
and you're just like...
Because the first time you were probably just like, ooh.
And you're just like, why can't we communicate like that?
Why? Like, people are so scared of being weird. But if me communicating is weird, then call me a weirdo.
Listen, I have found that I love a weirdo. I love a corny person. Listen, give me a cornball. And I say cornball, it would be like the world's definition of a cornball.
Right.
But I say that...
Like they call Russell Wilson corny?
Listen, Russell Wilson... Y'all know I love Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah.
He's a sweetheart.
He is amazing.
Trevor Noah.
Like, give me the goofball.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take that over a Future or even a Trey Songz.
I think I realized a few years ago that I need my significant, like, if I'm going to, like, actually marry someone, I need them to be a little weird and, like kooky weird. Like, what's the... I can't think of the show. It was on Netflix and it had this huge budget. Nas was a part of it. Did you ever watch that? It was like a history of hip hop, but it was like told through this kid's eyes. Oh, no. Dang, I can't remember what it's called. But there was a dad on there who was like such a weirdo. And his wife is just like this like iconic black woman. And I was like, that's what I need my situation to look like. Like, I need my significant other to just be like a little weird and like funny. Right. And like zany though. Like weird.
Really quirky. Has a way with words.
Yeah.
Like, he'll say something and you gotta pause for a minute. He'd be like,
you are so stupid.
And you love it.
That's what I love.
Love it. Yeah. Somebody that will do the dumb dances with you.
Yes. I was doing Just Dance with the kids yesterday, and I was like, I need somebody who's going to do Just Dance with us.
To be like crazy.
Because if you too cool.
That's what I'm saying. I cannot stand a person that's too cool. That annoys me.
Yeah, I'll fight you.
That really annoys me. Like, but also at the same time, what in you is keeping you from, like, because really you're not being your true self.
Yeah, why are you holding back?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, some people are reserved, right? But, like, nobody is just, like, so cool. Like nobody's the Fonz or
like, what's his name on Grownish? Luca.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh,
He's
too cool for everything.
But then he's, like, a look, like, those tiny moments where his little personality shines through, or, like...
I love that he's so zen.
Yeah.
Relaxed.
I think that's what it is. He's also high most of the time.
Right. But when he just be too cool.
Yeah,
relaxed and cool is different.
Mm-hmm.
Too cool for
anybody that describes themselves as laid back is not for me. I can't do it. That's no shade to a laid back person, but my personality with a laid back person, I'm gonna be mad.
I'm laid back.
But you're not, like, you are still...
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't describe you as lazy. That wouldn't be, like, in the top 5 words of describing you.
I'm a cool...
Yeah, like, you cool, but you're not, like, sitting in the party
because I
in the cut.
I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah, if you in the cut at the party, I'm good. I mean, you don't got to be in the center of the dance floor, but you got to be enjoying facts. You won't see me there all night.
But you know, it's also like certain people that bring that out of you also. So like, I can't go places with everybody and do that.
I feel like
you might could.
I definitely could. I'll go by myself and
because
be in the middle.
I have definitely been out and, you know, like just chill, but that might have been, you know, like how I was feeling that night.
Yeah, I feel like
even if it's not the vibe of the place, like I just want to sit here and be cute and drink this. Sometimes
I feel like that, but I'm not gonna be over here with you in the cut looking at everybody.
Like, I'll be back.
No, ma'am, no, sir.
My friend will leave. Did
we come here to party or not? And I done been out with people a few times and been like, all right, girl, I'm gonna do a walkthrough. And
I'll be with
back.
you though. I'll be with you. We have a good time.
Right, but other people, if they just want to chill and sit, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do a walkthrough. And I'll be back. And then the next thing I'm on the dance floor.
2 hours later.
And then I came back and you still in the same spot.
Where's she at?
Honey, don't get it twisted.
We had a good time.
Yes. Okay.
Where was y'all at?
Where was y'all at? All right. What a O.
So
Saweetie.
Take care. I added, beloved.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, for those who do not know.
Go in peace, beloved. Okay.
For those who do not know, Saweetie and Quavo was together for a minute. They did like a few magazines.
They just did a magazine not too long ago.
Yeah, they've done some stuff. And it seemed like, you know, okay.
They was going to make it.
Right. Man, it seemed like they was going to get something like a happily ever after type of situation. But recently, Saweetie came forward and said it wasn't all sweet. So, it turns out that Quavo cheated, which really boggled my mind because Saweetie is fine.
Beautiful.
But yeah, and he just like comparatively,
but that doesn't matter.
Girl, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. Anyway,
how many times had Derrick been cheated on? It doesn't matter.
It really
what
don't.
You look like.
And it's just like, wow, there's just no security in this. Is there?
Ain't no security in your looks,
honey. There's very little security in anything.
There's no security in your looks, and if your money,
your looks, your money, your
status,
WAP, your status, your cooking and cleaning and doing all the dishes and taking care of the children.
Don't put that on yourself, sis.
None of that. It's because it's not on you. If he gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. So yeah.
Or she.
Yes.
Let me just
also
say that.
She will also cheat. So, yeah, she came out and said it's actually been a lot going on behind the scenes and confirmed that they had broken up. And then, I don't know if she actually confirmed the cheating. Maybe she did. I think she just said, yeah, it ain't really been what y'all think it is, and blah-de-da-de-da.
I'm about to see if I can find the...
Somehow we determined that he cheated. Now, the thing that confused me the most was reading a tweet from him that said, I thought you were different, and I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm trying to find the tweet.
And then that was when she said, take care. In response to that tweet.
He done took the car.
Now,
he took our car.
Oh, back. Yeah, and then he took the car. But the thing that really blew me about the whole thing was his tweet. Because when I read his tweet, I was like, wait, did I have the story wrong? Did she cheat on him? And I confirmed that no, she had not cheated on him. He had cheated on her possibly more than once. But it blew me that he posted that or tweeted that on Twitter that he was disappointed in her. And it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, friend, that his disappointment in her is in coming forward with the truth about their situation.
I didn't even take that much away from it. I was just like, what part is he feeling betrayed or whatever by?
Disappointed in her.
What are you
and
trying
he thought
to
she
do,
was
sir?
different.
Because when I read it, I'm like, well, did she cheat on him?
That was the first thing I thought.
All right.
And then, no, she did not. He cheated on her. So my thing is, did he assume that he deserved some sort of protection from her? As far as her letting people
keeping
know
that part
quiet. And is that why he took the car?
The car thing might have been petty.
But do you feel like if she would have been quiet, do you think he would have took the car from her? If she would have just broke up with him after he cheated on her?
I don't know. They didn't have a lot of ties. So maybe if they had a kid, maybe he would have let her keep it. Or if they were going through a divorce, maybe he would have let her keep it. I feel like the car is not even what behooved me.
Definitely not. It was his tweet that behooved me the most.
Yes. So
because
this is what I found what she said. She said, I'm single. I've endured too much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes for a false narrative to be circulating that degrades my character. Presents don't band-aid scars, and the love isn't real when the intimacy is given to other women.
Oh, yeah.
I emotionally checked out a long time ago and have walked away with a deep sense of peace and freedom. Excited for this new chapter of elevation. Now, when she go in peace, bruh, she gone.
Yes, ma'am.
Look, that is one of my favorites. Go in peace, beloved.
Honey, when she not tearing up your... It's been a few times I've been there.
Or she might tear up your stuff first and then go in peace.
I have gone in true peace. I politely folded your things together.
I have done that. I have done that.
Please come and pick up your things.
Pick up your feelings. I guess that's what Quavo was doing when he picked up that car. He was picking up his feelings.
Honey, he mad. I don't understand why he expected to be protected by this woman. Why? Why do y'all expect that? And then it got me to thinking about times where I have done that. Where I have protected a man who has hurt my feelings or done me wrong. And I was like, why did I do that? And I think in that moment, I didn't want people to see them, as a monster, right? Or as this horrible person,
right,
who had done these horrible things to me.
But when you do that, I'm not saying every time you do that, but when you do that and you're denying yourself, like your truth, that's not good.
You're not honoring yourself.
Unhealthy.
Right. It is unhealthy. You're not honoring yourself and your truth. And it's not to say that you need to go tell your business to the world, right? But you end up internalizing things and making it about you, something you didn't do.
You did wrong.
Something you did wrong.
You're not good
something,
enough.
Yeah, something about you makes you unworthy of, you know, the monogamy that was promised to you. Or just the treatment that you deserve. Because it's not always them cheating. And so I feel like when you're not honest with, and it really is like maybe like common friends or like family for whatever, especially in situations where you have children with people and you still have to maintain ties, or your family still needs to be amicable. You are hiding these things, these wrongdoings, and it's really hurting you.
Because you don't want everybody else to hate them.
Yeah. And why? Why?
I feel like sometimes it's like deep down, like you really care for this person.
Right. That's all.
You don't want other people to see them in that light. And, you know, definitely if you have kids with the person, then it's like we're still going to be in each other's lives. Our families are going to be connected.
Right. And so it complicates things.
Yeah. And so let's protect that piece of it.
Because I've definitely been in situations where I have told a friend something, right? And then I doubled back. And now my friend is still pissed. Right? Because they're like, no, this person did you wrong and we're not doing that again. But I'm like, oh, no, we worked it out. So I get that happens sometimes, but...
That happens.
That happens.
That's why we can't tell each other
everything. You can't tell people everything, but there is some, like, it's important to acknowledge that you were done wrong, right? And you're not responsible for protecting this person.
Right.
And if you do tell someone, then it's up to them to decide what they do with that information.
Right.
It's not your job to protect this person. Like, hopefully if you're telling someone this or you're talking about this, it's because you're trying to, like, get it out, right? It's therapeutic for you.
Right.
You need to talk about it.
And honestly, that person, if they wanted to be looked at differently in your story, they should have handled themselves differently.
Yeah.
And that goes for us as well when we're the one that's in the wrong.
Right.
That's why it's so important to control yourself. Communicate.
Right.
So, and teach people how to treat you.
I just think that there's no way that if I do something wrong to a person, that I should expect them to protect me.
Right.
Like, you know, we doing this, right? If we blow up and then the boy from 9th grade that I cheated on comes out and says, you know, Lisa is horrible. She cheated on me in 9th grade and she sucks. Like, I can't be like, oh, I can't believe you did this to me.
Lisa back then was
exactly. I think you need to be, like, as the person who has done the wrong, you need to be willing to acknowledge your wrongdoing and either apologize for it or move on. Say, that was who I was at that moment, at that time. But
I really apologize how that affected you in
Yeah.
such a negative way. You ever apologize to someone, like acknowledging all of your BS and, you know, like the way you acted towards someone, and they still be like so hurt
sometimes
and just can't or won't get past it? And you can't make someone forgive you or get past something like that. They got to do their own work.
Ooh, that's something with them children too. I'd be like, you apologize, ain't nothing else you can do. And the other one is still pissed. It is what it is. Apology is not always going to fix everything.
Right.
And they don't always have to accept your apology.
Girl.
They can acknowledge it. They don't have to accept it.
Someone recently acknowledged their BS to me. And I just realized today, as I was preparing for the show, there was still no actual apology attached to that. So how do you recognize?
Are you about to get in your feelings, friend?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I was getting ready to go back to like Malcolm and Marie to the point where they were laying in the bed before this whole long tail movie before he said thank you. And that's what she was fussing and arguing about the whole entire time. Ain't that something? How somebody acknowledge their stuff but still never apologize. Which I don't wait around for nobody's apologies. I'm not doing that. I'm forgiving you. When I go in peace, you forgiven. And that's for me. That's for me. I'm not saying like certain things won't trigger you.
Right.
But I got to go.
Yeah. I don't know if I truly be forgiving or if I just be like, okay, I got to just get past this. Because I can't keep
Maybe
on
in the beginning,
dwelling.
in the moment, it's like, I got to get past this.
Yeah. Because this actually was something I thought about today that happened last summer. And I was like, that mother. But I haven't talked to this person in months. But it didn't make me want to like call or, No. I was just like, oh, whatever.
Mm-mm. I don't feel the need to reconnect with people. Because why?
Because why? Sweetie, I wish you the best, sis.
You take care too, honey.
It's hot girl summer. It's on the horizon, sis.
Okay.
Live your best. She gonna be pregnant next week.
Shut up. As long as it ain't by Quavo.
Okay, while we talking about cheaters, Derrick Jaxn. First of all, friend, are you a fan of him, or were you a fan?
So he's one of the. I'm this way with everybody. Eat the meat and spit out the bones.
Okay.
You know. Sometimes he says stuff that I agree with, but then he says stuff that I don't agree with.
Facts.
I'm not a fan. And half the time his stuff be too long, and so I might listen for a little bit, also. And then I'm going on. I also don't like, when you're commenting on someone else's situation, I don't like judgmental people. And so, like, when people, I hate a y'all type post. Y'all. So, most of the time, like, when I'm communicating, I say we.
Mm-hmm. Same.
We, as people. Because
we be out here.
We all make mistakes. Yeah. And I'm not going to sit up here and like act like I'm perfect. And
right.
I do this, that, and the third for my person. And,
Girl.
Because it's not always going to be all sweet. We are human.
Honey.
So I say all that to say, like, I ain't completely mad at him. But I get why, people are clowning him. Because he came across as like preaching to other people.
Your boy was very much a y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas.
Y'all need to do this.
Y'all
need to do that.
Y'all men. First of all, I didn't even know this man was married.
Me either. And they said they haven't been married that long. I didn't watch the video, but I saw like a little clip where sis was sitting. This is no judgment on her. Maybe it is. The wife.
Okay. Oh, God. What?
I don't know. It was like they came on, and I haven't watched the video to see what was actually said. It was like they came on, I guess, to like clear the air.
Oh, they came to address it together?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
And he was like holding her hand. It looked like she had a bonnet or something on. Maybe it was a hat. And I was just like... Maybe that's a judgy moment of mine, but...
My friend was like, sis, if you come to address these cheating rumors, you need to come correct.
I did feel like that.
I feel that, because...
I did feel like that.
Let me feel like I need to come on camera and defend. I'm going slay.
Right? That's how I felt.
I feel you.
But, that's a me thing. That ain't got nothing to do with her.
You right. Okay. So, for those who don't know, Derrick Jaxn, famed, like, social media mogul
personality.
Yeah, social media personality.
Curators, what they call them, right?
Who talks about basically how men need to treat women well, right?
And what women need to do.
Yeah, that's his whole shtick. It's like, okay, women, in order to be respected, you do this, and men, you need to respect women in this way. He's married. First of all, very few people knew that he even had a wife because she's never on anything.
I don't think they were married. They've been married that long.
Okay.
I feel like I've read that somewhere. But anyway.
No, because the thing that I read said that he had been cheating on her for years. Oh. So when we say long, I don't know what objectively would you see as long. I think that what I read said that he had been cheating on her for the last 4 years.
Oh, I didn't think they had been married for that long.
Yeah. So this girl came out with pictures, screenshots of the text messages, all that.
I didn't see the text. What did they say?
It was basically like, oh, I almost missed the flight, but I'm coming now. And like, yeah.
She did not sign no NDA. And now
obviously. Look. But apparently she said that he told her that they were separated.
That happens all the time.
And like going through a divorce or something.
Were they?
Apparently not. They were actively married. So, what are your feelings about separation? Let's park right here first.
What are my feelings? I don't know, because I ain't never been separated.
Feel it. But like, if you meet a man and he says he's separated.
This has happened before.
Did you feel like, okay, let's move forward?
Yes and no.
Okay. Do you want to tell me more?
Like, if I was in the space that I am now, no way. No way.
See, for me,
go ahead.
I feel like my perspective of separation, my parents were separated for a long time before they actually got divorced. Like, my parents split up when I was in like first grade, but they didn't even actually get divorced until I was like in college. And the only reason that they actually got the divorce was because my dad wanted to get remarried. But they were never together during that period. Like, once it was over, it was over.
I think it does kind of depend, but also at the same time, like, if I'm the woman that is involved with this separated man that's been separated for years,
I do feel like, I'm not going to be with somebody that's in a separation for years.
Yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't do that. But I would be more open to the separation actually leading toward a divorce. Because I feel like some people just feel like, well, you're not divorced yet, so bye.
And if that's where you are, like, you have every right to do that. You have every right to do whatever you want. But I mean, there's going to be consequences too.
You're right.
Everything.
Okay, so
I'm not judging.
Pulling out of the parking lot and getting back on the road. Derrick. First of all, I just can't even. Like, it coming out that this man was a cheater after all of his pick me videos, and it just really.
A lot of people being humbled right now. See? Because when you out there on your platform, some of y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna say y'all this time.
Some of y'all coming across as like high and mighty, like I'm up here, my relationship is this, my relationship is that, and let me speak as one of the real people out here. Real life, real human being. We want the real. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because we know that it's not perfect.
Exactly. Like, stop trying to make people feel like poo because they're not living up to this whatever that you've created. Right.
Standard.
Or this like fake thing that you've created that you say that your life is, that it's actually not. Just stop.
Right.
Be real. Be honest.
Be yourself.
Like, I mean, of course he wasn't going to come out and be like, I'm cheating on my wife. But like, don't
shame other people.
You've built this whole platform.
For being out here, for living.
You built an entire platform about how you treat women so great and how other people need to treat women so great. And then you cheated on your wife for 4 years. And you lied to this woman. Like, it's one thing if you was going to cheat on your wife and be honest about what it was. Mm-hmm. But you deceived 2 people. And the kids.
Oh, there were kids.
He got kids.
Dang, poor kids.
This whole situation is a hot mess, and it's quite embarrassing.
More power to y'all. I hope y'all come out on top.
I wonder what made sis.
Did he make a post about Jada? That's what I need to know now. Because
that whole Jada and Will situation was a.
Did he come for sis?
I don't know.
He probably did. Because everybody did.
They did. I think that was like people's chance to really catch a woman cheating.
Yeah.
That was like a thing. Mm-hmm. That was a whole other thing. I don't even want to touch on that today.
We don't have to touch on it.
Okay. And any other random things in our train of thought today, friend?
We did Saweetie. We did Derrick Jaxn. I got your reaction. What else is going on in the world? I don't know.
I think that's it. We're done.
We're done for the day.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy it. We had a good time, a great time discussing
y'all really
things.
rode the train of thought with us. So I hope you enjoyed it. This is how our conversations go in real life.
Real life.
Yeah.
Lonie and Lisa.
Boom. Next week we might come to y'all with something a little more planned out.
But I feel like this is great.
It was.
It always just goes when we just kind of wing it. Because we really be winging it in real life.
Facts. Man, we might come with a topic, right? And then
maybe not. Even if we do have a topic,
we might just turn the camera on and start rolling. Go live. What's good?
Okay.
Where y'all at? What y'all doing? Come holler at us.
See us next week, guys.
All right. Thank you for joining us, peeps.
We love y'all.